It's time for another real estate market update. It's been a while since we've done this, so let's just jump right into it. Today we're going to discuss the real estate market update for Knoxville, June 2024, and we're going to get started. What's up and welcome everybody to All Things Tennessee with me, Ben Barredo, your local real estate pro and relocation expert for East Tennessee. As you can see, we're doing things a little differently on the market updates now. Got a presentation. We got different points we're going to hit. Today we're going to talk about the housing market data for the U.S. economy and Knoxville, and then again, we'll talk about some news and things. With that said, let's jump into it. So, as I said, we're going to start with news in real estate. And the first tip, or first piece of news, is for buyers, because we're just talking about mortgage rates. So the state of mortgage rates depends currently on which state you're in. A new survey of lenders reveals 38 basis point difference between mortgage rates state by state, which can mean hundreds to thousands of dollars a year for borrowers. Now, some key points from this article, which is from realestatenews.com. Hawaii has some of the lowest rates, while Vermont has some of the highest rates. The variability can be caused by factors such as number of lenders in an area, how much potential buyers shop around in that area, plus regulations for that state. The next question is, what will it take to see 3% rates again? And in the article, they say a catastrophe or a catastrophic economic event. Basically, we're not going back to below 3% interest rates anytime soon. So, again, if you're on the fence because you're waiting for interest rates to drop, it's not going to happen. The next piece of news is for homeowners, aka potential sellers, and it's from the same website, realestatenews.com, and it says that U.S. homeowners saw equity soar to near record highs. According to a new CoreLogic report, the typical homeowner saw their home equity increase by $28,000 over the past year. The states leading the pack are California, Massachusetts, New Jersey, as well as above average gains seen in Washington State, Maine, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. If you've owned a home for more than a year, you have equity in that home. If you've kept up with payments, obviously. Alright, so to back up some of this stuff, specifically the equity, we're going to talk about the U.S. housing market because it's the U.S., it's covering the entire country, which means no matter where you are, this is more than likely going to apply. So first we're going to start with active listings. And as you see, the number of active listings for sale is notably higher and growing at 35.2%, which is the 7th straight month of consecutive growth. As you can see in the chart, but you can see here around July 2020, which is when the pandemic hit, these numbers started falling off. So inventory is climbing, but not yet at a place that we've seen prior to the pandemic. The pandemic basically came along and it depleted inventory across the country, and we're slowly building that back. So that's where we are right now with active listings. Next up is total listings. And the total number of unsold homes, including homes that are pending or under contract, increased by 20.9% compared with last year. This data gives more weight to the fact that the market is bouncing back as far as inventory goes. Now, why are listings up? Well, I think there are several things. The one is the lock-in effect. It's easing a bit as the initial mortgage rates, the initial mortgage rate shock recedes for a lot of people. Then, as some sellers come to terms with the fact that they're not going to see below 3% interest rates anytime soon, and that's just a fact of their life, and circumstances are still pushing them to sell, are starting to get off the fence and listing their homes. In addition to that, there's a lot of newbie investors that jumped into the market back during the pandemic or right before, and they piled in the market during the boom, realizing that and realized eventually that being a landlord's not easy. Maybe they're not making the money they wanted, and so they're putting their houses on the market. All right, median list price is up next, and the median price of homes for sale this May remained relatively stable compared with last year, growing at just 0.3% to $442,500. However, the median price per square foot grew by 3.8%, and this indicates that inventory of smaller, more affordable homes has grown. All right, now we're talking about days on market, and nationally, the typical home spent about 44 days on the market before it's sold, which is about 8 days shorter than before COVID-19 hit. So homes are still selling fast. May does mark the second consecutive month in a row where homes spent more time on the market than they did a year ago. However, the time of a typical home spends on the market is more than a week less than the average home from the 2017-2019 normal market period. All right, so that's the national housing market. Now we're going to talk about Knoxville. So let's start with months of supply. And again, if you're new to the channel or this is your first time watching, I say this in every video, but months of supply basically means that if no new listings hit the market, we would sell current inventory in this amount of time. And right now that's 1.57 months, or 1.5 months roughly. Now that is a seller's market, but it is a 57% increase from this time last year when homes were selling in like 2-3 weeks. So it's still a seller's market, but it does give buyers a little bit more options. But the fact of the matter is, until we hit 4-5 months of inventory or more, buyers are still going to struggle to find homes. Now let's talk about the sold to list price ratio, and which is 99.5%. What does that mean? It means that what is the ratio on average of what a home sells for compared to what it was listed for. So if you listed a house for $100,000, then on average homes are selling for $99,500. That is great for homeowners. Now, if you look at the chart, you can see starting in 2020 until about September 2022, homes were selling over at like 105% over list to sales price, which meant homeowners were getting 5% more than what they were listing a house for, which, you know, is a lot of money, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, depending on the price of the home. So we are no longer at that level of list to sales price ratio, and that just goes to show that the market is, for sellers, is slowing down a bit, and buyers are having more opportunity to negotiate better terms for themselves. Okay, so as you can see, active listings are up next, and that's currently up 5.7%. You can see that. You can see that right here, kind of slightly under my face, under my head, and that's obviously, again, pointing to the fact that the market is slowly starting to climb back up out of the hole that we're in. Obviously, 5% is not huge. We're not there yet, but it's a start. Next up is, again, ignore the sold listings under my head, median days on market. And the median days on market is just 8 days. Now, homes are flying off the market based on the median number. However, don't get super excited because the average is 20 days. Still, that's super fast compared to 2017, 2018, 2019, when homes sat on the market for 40 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days on average. So that was a lot of numbers I threw at you right there. But the point is, they sat on the market a lot longer than 20 days. However, again, don't get too excited, because that doesn't mean you can just put your house on the market and it'll sell in 20 days. A lot of factors go into that, most importantly, pricing. So if you're a homeowner that thinks you can put your house on the market for whatever price you think it's worth, without doing some research or having a realtor tell you what it's worth, it's very likely going to sit on the market for a long time. And finally, the median sold price. And the median sold price for Knox County is $387,900. So it's a good steady number. It is the same. It is higher than it was by 3.4% month over month, and that's a good thing. It's growing, as you can see on this chart. For the most part, overall, this is an incline. All right, there's some dips here and there, but for the most part, compared to 2019, 2024 is way up there. It's almost doubled in median sold price. All right, that's the market update information. Now we're going to talk about some listings that I hope you find interesting, especially the first two because they're mine. This one is 1202 Jeff View Drive, located in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Jefferson City is a town in Jefferson County, which is a county that is about 2 counties east, roughly, of Knox County. Maybe not exactly 2 counties, but it's over. It's about an hour drive from Knoxville. However, Jefferson City has its own downtown area. Carson Newman College is right there. Additionally, Smoky Mountain, Gatlinburg, Great Smoky Mountain National Park is within 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes from there. There's also some great rivers, the Cherokee River, and some other great Douglas Lake. Great water opportunity, hiking. There's great parks in the area. Jeff View Drive is a 2,300 square foot basement ranch home, finished basement, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage. It could be a 2.5 bathroom. The current homeowners converted that half bathroom into a pantry because it's right off the kitchen. But it can easily be, all the plumbing's still there. You can easily convert it back if you wanted to. This house has been on the market for about 30 days now. I don't know what's going on. It's priced at $374,900. It's an incredible home. Just look at that bottom picture. Look at those views. That's the master bedroom in the middle. There are some updates that could be done on the house. But for the most part, to get 2,300 square feet, 4-bedroom house on a corner lot, I think it's priced very nicely. I'm doing an open house there this weekend from 2 to 4 if you want to come hang out with me and check out the house. I'd love to see you there. Next up is a lot that I have listed for $120,000, 4.69 acres. It is in a gated community, Blackberry Ridge, in Loudon County. There is already a community septic system at the road, electricity is at the road. The 4.69 acres sits in a cul-de-sac towards the front of the community. There's a beautiful farm behind it, and the community itself sits on the river, so the community does have boat docks and things like that. Now, again, this is 4.69 acres in the gated community, so there is going to be some restrictions on what you can put in there. You can't build a barndominium. You can't put a trailer in there. It's got to be a house, and it's got to be a nice house to fit in with the rest of the community. And finally, this one's more for fun. This is a listing from my company, 8566 River Club Way in Knoxville, Tennessee. This is a $2.5 million home that offers 8,000 square feet, 4-car garage, 5 bedrooms, 6 baths. It's a gorgeous home. I just thought I would share that with you. I think it's there's a lot more pictures than this. Check it out. You can probably pull it up online. It's a gorgeous home, gorgeous plantation style home. So that's some listings that are available. Obviously, we have a lot more than that, but those are 3 I wanted to throw at you real quick. If you have any interest in any of these homes, if you want to schedule an appointment to see them, if you want to talk to someone about financing so you can purchase one of these homes, give me a shout. I can help you out with that. And that brings us to the end. If you are looking to buy, sell, invest anywhere in the country, I can help you out. I'm part of a large international network of independent brokerages, top brokerages in the world, and we can definitely find a realtor in your area if you're not coming to Knoxville or you don't need a Knoxville realtor to help you out. Additionally, if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in Knoxville, I can help you out. My contact information is on the screen. Additionally, scan that QR code. It takes you to a website link that has all my information there as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. That's the end of the market update video. Make sure to check out last week's video. You can click on that right here. And until next time, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye.